Good morning, welcome to GGR. My name's Scott Ainsworth and I'm a technical director here, and today we're going to be discussing this new all-electric telehandler from Farasin in Italy. This machine is able to lift loads of 2.6 tonnes and working height of the machine is a maximum of 4.1 metres with an outreach of 3.1 metres and the ability to lift 900 kilograms at that point. Here in the UK, GGR have been chosen to represent this product for Farasin, and we're very excited about introducing this very friendly eco-version machine to our customer base. With the general market of telehandlers being diesel powered, the introduction of an eco-friendly system has been a massive milestone for Farasin to bring this product into the European market. More and more sites now are looking for the eco-friendly version of machinery to be available to reduce their impact on the environment that they're working in. With the very reduced noise levels from this machine, the working environment for this can be so much more diverse than it was before. We can take this machine now into quiet factories, industrial buildings, places where people don't want to be disturbed by the noise of a diesel engine. And even the operator is going to benefit from not having to listen to that noise at the side of him while he's travelling around. This machine is only making noises to make a warning to people that is it approaching you or is reversing to you. Everything else is on a nice silent tone, giving you a peaceful day. One major advantage that this machine has is that Farasin have taken a proven chassis of their diesel version of this machine and just changed the power system, removing that diesel engine, incorporating the lithium-ion battery cell system and converting the drive motors from hydraulic drive to the electric drive, both for transmission and for the boom functions. This results in a much lower maintenance package for this machine. The costs on this are going to be much lower than running with a diesel machine where you're looking at filtration systems changed on a regular hourly basis. The machine itself, as you can see here, very small in its dimensions, overall length of just under 4 metres. But with its four-wheel drive steering system, our turning circle is very small. Getting around confined, congested job sites, even inside factories and warehouses, this machine is purposely built just for that task. The model we have here on show today is the 300 amp-hour lithium-powered supply system. This will give us uninterrupted operations of up to 3 hours. So we've got our morning shift covered. If we're not using it in the morning, we'll pop it on in the afternoon. We've got our afternoon shift covered. The charging systems available to us will give us the ability to have long, slow overnight charges or shorter 415 volt standard, or even the high-speed fast charger, which will bring those batteries back up during a routine break in the day for the operator. So we're going to start here at the forks, the most important part of a telehandler. And we've got various options available to us due to our quick hitch system. We're working on a 2-release pin mechanism here, manually remove those, and just by tilting the fork system forward, we drive away and leave these forks down on an area of the job site ready to receive our next attachment. We're using auxiliary hydraulics up here made readily available to us and controlled from inside the cabin. So if we are using side shift forks or a feature that's requiring a secondary hydraulic circuit, we have it there for us available. With their agricultural background, Farasin have also developed this telehandler to have the ability to use a bucket for load movement that way. So granular from farm products to building aggregates can be easily shifted by a quick fix bucket. Working closely with the manufacturer and allowing them to understand the style of work and the environments we work in, they've equipped the machines with lifting points. We do a lot of our work on the roof of the buildings and a lot of work down below ground as well. So the ability to lift this product in and on top of buildings and down and into basement areas was an advantage to us. So they've included lifting points. We've also got the tie-down points here for while we're transporting the machine from trucks. No additional shackling needed. Just put our hooks or chains directly into those points. We also have a towing facility here. So if we've got something that's stuck down on a site, we can use this machine as a small recovery vehicle. The standard operational drive of the machine is just using front wheel steer, but we've got multiple steering configurations on this, which we'll demonstrate. We can use the front wheel steer, we can use crab steer, and we can also use 4-wheel steer. The 4-wheel drive system is constantly putting drive to those wheels through our constant velocity joints on our axles here. We're not going to lose any traction on loose ground. Being a battery operated machine, we want to conserve as much of our battery capacity as possible. So all of our lighting on here is high intensity LED low absorption lighting. Our travelling lights here, side lights, high beam, low beam, indicators. On the rear we have our tail lights. We will be introducing fog light and number plate light to bring them up to the regulation requirements for road travel. With the addition of 3 extra working lights to give more illumination for the operator around the fork area. Our beacon on the roof here, again, high intensity LED, very low current absorption. Additional working lights on the rear of the cab here for our reversing actions. We still have the reverse lights as well as a standard feature for our road going capabilities. Let's take a moment now to look at the Queen cab. Single side opening door, which will then split and give the operator the ability to have clear communication with anyone outside of the vehicle with a door, upper door, securely fastened behind him here. The cab itself is spacious, incredibly well lit on the outside. The seat here that we have in the cabin is equipped with a seat belt, and these will soon be incorporating green light warning so that our job site knows that the operator is wearing the seat belt. We've got forward and reverse on the seat. We've got weight tensioning in there to give us our suspension, lumbar support backwards and forwards, and we've also got the feature of bringing the seat forward to give access to the storage area in the rear. A sufficient size there to store the operator's backpack during the day. The version we have here today is equipped with a cabin heater to give additional comfort for the operator on the colder days and to assist with the clearing of his windows. As we step into our office for the day, we've got a very comfortable air seat, and it's load monitoring. Adjust it to your own body weight and it will control the suspension through. As you're driving on the job site, you're taking the shock absorbing in the seat, not receiving it through the axles and chassis. Working inside the cab here, we've got everything on clear line of sight to us. We've got our main control here, monitoring our battery systems, all our motors. We've then got our load indicating system, which is telling us and controlling the amount of load we're carrying around on our boom. To start the machine is very, very straightforward and simple. There's not a huge amount of difference between this and the diesel machine. We start with a main switch that we can turn on there, and we're going to run a system test. As the system test is running through, we're seeing that we have our display here monitoring our steering configuration. It's also monitoring our battery consumption, and when we're travelling we'll be able to see our road travelling speed there also. We start by confirming that we want to operate. The system is just running there to build up our accumulated hydraulic oil pressure. This is used for our braking system. And just after a few moments that will go off and we're then ready for action. So our accumulated pressure there has charged up, and we can see this clearly on a gauge here indicating in the cab. Once we decide what we want to do, if we want to be moving around or operating the boom assembly, we are ready to go. Our boom operations here on a single-handed joystick, the operator has clear, precise, proportional control. The more I move a function, the more that boom assembly is going to move. We've got fine proportional control here, so we can inch perfectly on our boom up and our telescope out. The more we move that function, the more this feature is going to operate. Our forks are auto leveling, so our load sitting on those forks is always going to be parallel to the ground. The cabin itself, a lot of glass here, but the operator is perfectly safe. Full protection is provided here by a mesh grille inside the cabin, so it doesn't prevent the operator from cleaning his glass on the outside. Often we'll see full protection on the external, hampering the ability to clean the glass. So the model we have here today has got our 300 amp hour lithium-ion battery power cell, completely self-contained within one unit and fairly simply and easy to remove from the system. We're incorporating our battery management monitor here, and this is giving us an indication there, as we can see, our state of charge of 94% within our battery. As we scroll through the menu there, we can see if the other features. And we even have an error descriptive code there. So if we've got a problem within the battery pack, it will tell us what that error code is. We can go to our operations manual and draw upon that error and rectify it very quickly. The cells themselves are individual cells, so it's not a case of replacing a complete battery pack if one cell has failed. An independent cell can be changed accordingly. Charging this system, on the model at the moment we have our onboard charger, which is available to be charged by either 110 volts DC or 240 volts AC. It's an intelligent charger and it's only related to the plug that you install on the end. We use a commercial Canon 16 amp plug here. A standard 13 amp household domestic plug can also be used. If we were working with the 415 volt charger or the fast charger, we'd simply plug into this unit here from the charger and then plug into our 415 supply on the job site. Inside this area also, you may be wondering why we've got a radiator. The machine's battery powered, but we're using this to control the temperature of our main traction motor, the motor that's doing the most amount of work, carrying this 4.8 tons around the job site. Maintaining the operating temperature of that motor is going to reduce the amount of battery consumption it's going to absorb. Temperature controlled fan there, which will control the temperature and maintain it on that battery. Our inverting system here, self-diagnostic as well. It will tell us if there's any errors within the traction control system. Okay, so in summary today, after what we've seen during this demonstration, 100% battery powered, full electric machine with the ability to run up to 6 hours of operating time during the day. We've got the ability with this machine to lift 2.6 tons to 4.1 meters high. We can also take 900 kilograms out to a working reach of 3.1 meters. Very, very low maintenance costs on this machine also. This is taking us forward in our bid to work better and cleaner on the construction sites of the UK and in environments where emissions from pollution and our noise levels are a major factor. For more information and specifications of this product, please visit our website www.electrictelehandler.co.uk.